Hi guys, welcome back to Paige's Kitchen. I just wanted to address some questions that you guys had on the last video. Thank you guys so much for watching. One of the first questions that we had is why does our kitchen not have any door handles on any of the cabinets? Well, we're just kind of in the middle of finishing up a kitchen reno. Trust me, our old kitchen was really old school, so we're just trying to, spice things up a little bit. And our next thing was our stove. We had a lot of comments about our stove being a little bit archaic. Well, just to let you guys know, our stove actually died and my hubby for my birthday decided to get me a new toy. So I can't wait to try it out with you guys. So guys, without further ado, why don't we get started cooking? And I forgot to even tell you what that was about. Jeez Louise! Today we are gonna be cooking a lasagna. Not just a lasagna, guys. We're doing lasagna rolls. Who doesn't want to eat those? Because I sure do. Make sure to try them. Your kids will for sure like them, and so will your husband. To start off, let's review our ingredients and tools that we'll be using today to make our homemade lasagna rolls. We have a garlic press, but don't worry, if you don't have a garlic press, you can always cut it by hand. You want to mince it though, not slice. We have measuring spoons just to make sure that everything is accurate, basil, oregano, and cinnamon. And I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna rock your world when you try it. We have crushed tomatoes, pepper, salt, garlic salt, chili flakes, which are my favorite, avocado oil, and dried noodles. For our fresh ingredients today, we have 1 pound of ground beef. We have carrots that are cut up into these beautiful little cubes. And we also have some minced onion. We want them just a little bit bigger than a McDonald's onion, which is gonna be so good for this. We have 2 garlic cloves, parsley, some shredded cheddar cheese, and I have some Parmesan slices, which are gonna make the top of our lasagna noodles crispy and delicious, and it's gonna give it a really nice crust. So why don't we all throw this into the pot and let's get started.
Our very first thing that we are going to do is add in 1 teaspoon of salt into a pot of water. The next step is making sure your stove is turned on to a temperature 6 to 7 before you add in your 1 tablespoon of avocado oil. Once your avocado oil is hot, we are going to add in our onions. We have half a cup of minced onions. Once they are see-through and they're starting to smell really good, we're going to add in our 2 cloves of minced garlic. I've pressed them here. Once those are in and they smell really good, you don't want them to brown. So just before it starts to brown, we're gonna add in our 1 pound of ground beef. We're stirring until it's all brown and cooked, and then we will add in a half cup of diced carrots. We're gonna make sure that our water's turned on. And for our noodles, we're gonna add in our noodles once it's all boiled. And at this point, we're gonna start adding in our seasonings. Our first seasonings that we're adding in are a half teaspoon of seasoning salt, a half teaspoon of pepper, 1 tablespoon of oregano, 1 tablespoon of basil, a dash of cinnamon, and chili flakes if you guys would like chili flakes. This is optional, so I like a little bit of spice, so that's what we're adding in. We're just gonna keep stirring so that everything gets the flavor, and then we're gonna add in our crushed tomato sauce. We're just gonna keep making sure that everything is stirred very well, making sure everything's combined and nothing sticking to the bottom of the pot. At a temperature of 6 to 7, nothing should stick to the bottom. I do like cooking it in a cast iron as I find the flavors enhance way better. As you can see, we have added the noodles. They are cooking. They're getting closer to being done. You want them to be a little bit al dente as well, because we are going to cook them more in the stove. So just keep stirring, making sure everything is, up to par, tasting it, making sure all the seasonings are there, seeing if you need to add in any more salt, any more pepper, whatever the case may be. Once your noodles are cooked and your sauce is done, you're just going to drain your noodles and turn off your stove, and we're going to get to the next step. As you can see, I'm adding more salt. It just needed the flavor. So once that's done, We're gonna start draining, tasting, and let's begin.
Okay, let's put the roll in lasagna rolls. The very first thing that we have to do is just taste it, make sure that everything is cooked, see if we need to add any more salt, pepper, whatever the case may be. No, that's perfect, guys. Okay, so we're gonna take our lasagna noodles. I have lightly coated them with more avocado oil just to none of them stick while they're in the pan. So what we're gonna do, very first step, take off our goulet. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a noodle. I grab 3 at a time. I also ran the noodles underneath cold water, and that'll just help it so that you can use your hands a little bit without burning. So what we're gonna do, we have 3 here. We're just gonna put, and keep in mind that this is gonna be really hot, so you're gonna wanna move really fast. And we're just gonna put a clump of lasagna noodle in each one. We're gonna roll it up. Again, it's really hot, and we're just gonna push it all the way to the end because we're gonna pretty much fill up the whole entire pan with a whole bunch of noodles.
We are going to keep repeating these steps until the whole entire tray is full of lasagna noodles. This makes for really fun, easy meal ideas for kids and adults, and also is really good for meal prepping. So we're just going to keep going until the whole thing's done.
Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're covering it with cheese, okay? So we have it sauced. The next step, cheddar cheese. We're just gonna sprinkle it. We're gonna try to make it, you know, all over the place, nice and evenly spreaded for the cheese. Now you can add more cheese, you can add less cheese, you don't have to have any cheese if you don't want. I just find a nice melt of cheese, it just makes it that much better. Anywhere that you see that needs some more cheese, just kind of grab another lump, sprinkle it on. I have some Parmesan cheese here as well. The Parmesan cheese I just find gives it a little bit of crispy cheese bubbles, gives it a nice color to it. So I'm just shredding up these pieces. If you already have pre-shredded Parmesan cheese, just go ahead and add that on. You can add as much as little, add whatever kind of cheeses you want on the top. We just like Parmesan in this house. Well, we like cheese in this house, let's be real. Who doesn't like cheese? Okay. We're gonna add it all in. Why the heck not? Okay, so now that we have the cheese on, the edges don't have to be pretty. Once we plate it, it'll look great. I have my parsley. We don't have to use all of it. We just want to sprinkle it on top. And once we're done with that, we are going to put it in the oven at 375 degrees. And we'll take a peek at what it looks like after. So we've cooked these bad boys now for 20 minutes. Look how good they look. The Parmesan cheese, the cheddar cheese, the parsley makes this look so beautiful. So we're gonna cut us a piece, we're gonna put it in the bowl, and then we're gonna try it. Before we try it, we're gonna sprinkle a little bit more parsley on it, okay? Gives it a little bit of color. Look how freaking good this looks. I'm gonna dig in. We're gonna try it out. Oh my gosh, the crispiness from the edge of the noodles and the cheese while I'm cutting in is perfect. We're gonna try it. I might need a smaller bite. I need a little bit more. Get that sauce in there, you know? This is perfect. The carrots are al dente, the noodles are al dente, the cheese is crispy, the parsley gives it a little bit more flavor. This is perfect. So, what I want you to do is I want you to go and make this at home. Tell me how everything goes, and you're gonna be blown away. So please guys, like and subscribe to my page, and I can't wait to see you till next time.